The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Shawn Cranston. The trial, day 3. Testimony continues. Wednesday morning, jurors heard from a fellow prison inmate who testified Cranston confessed to killing Byler. According to that inmate, Cranston was surprised to find Byler in the home, and they surprised each other. Cranston told the inmate the lady started screaming. He spun her around and started choking her. She didn't pass out, so he slit her throat. He said she didn't die quick enough, so he shot her. Jurors also heard from a state police latent print examiner who testified a pair of shoes taken from Cranston's house 4 days after Byler's murder are a possible source of the shoe impressions taken from the murder scene and previous burglaries in the area, along with 2 of the tires found on Cranston's Jeep. Testimony continues. Ida Miller, an Amish woman who knew the Bylers through church, said she saw a red Jeep parked right in front of the entrance of the house around 10 or 10:15 a.m. while traveling past in a horse-drawn buggy with her sister and teenage daughter. A taxi driver stays in the car or knocks on the door, so it was odd that there was nobody in the car standing outside, Miller testified. Rebekah Byler, who lives about a quarter mile from the victim's home, again, this is a neighbor that carries the same name as the murder victim, testified she saw a red Jeep pass by her kitchen window around 10:30 a.m. She described seeing what looked like a white man and a bald head inside the vehicle. Michael Sweet, who was trying to sell a damaged Amish buggy that morning, also testified about seeing the red Jeep parked at the Byler residence. However, under cross-examination by Emmy, Sweet acknowledged inconsistency in his timing, saying it could have been 11 or 11:30. I don't know, I'm guessing, after previously testifying it was between 10 and 10:30 a.m. The testimony continued. The driver describes a frantic discovery. Julie Warner, the driver who took Andy Byler to work that morning, provided emotional testimony about discovering Rebekah's body when they returned around 12:10 p.m. on February 26, 2024. Warner said she went into the barn to use the restroom while Andy went inside the house. Then Andy came running out and yelled that someone had killed his wife. I didn't believe it, she testified. Warner made the 911 call, which was played for the jury. In the recording, she described finding Rebekah laying on the floor with a big pool of blood and blood coming out of her nose and ears. Trigger warning. She said, "It looks like her throat has been slit." Many of the Amish women present at the trial sniffled softly during Warner's testimony and upon hearing the 911 call. The Byler's children, ages 2 and 3 at the time, were playing with toys in the dining room when Warner found them. She confirmed that Andy removed his shoes before entering the house, consistent with the family's practice. DNA evidence presented. Perhaps the most noteworthy evidence presented Tuesday was DNA analysis of a black nitrile glove fragment found in the Byler's kitchen trash can. Forensic DNA specialist Jarrett Heister, Heister, testified that Cranston can be included as a contributor to this DNA profile with a 97% match. The glove fragment has a distinctive fish scale pattern that matches gloves found in Cranston's garbage, according to the testimony. During cross-examination, Emmy contested the DNA evidence, emphasizing the significance of the 3% unmatched DNA and suggesting possible contamination. He pointed out that the glove fragment came from garbage, asking, couldn't that be contaminated by other trash in the can? Emmy also questioned whether the 3% could represent contamination or another person who touched the glove. Expanding on the testimony of Clara Wingard regarding previous encounters with Cranston. Cranston had previously asked about attending Amish church services, saying, "If I'm not there by Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, I won't be there," according to Wingard, who said he was turning his back, not talking, looking around, and acting strange. In response to Wingard's testimony, Emmy noted she had never had interaction with Cranston before, asking, "So, you don't know if he's a nervous guy?" and wondering whether the behavior was actually unusual. Then we continued on to the tire evidence. Cranston's Corey neighbor, Jonathan Santry, testified that after the murder, Cranston asked to take old tires from his yard, saying his wife's tires needed replacing. Santry said the tires Cranston wanted were dry rotted, weather cracked, old, and not safe, but Cranston said he needed them anyway. Police later identified 2 Michelin tires on Cranston's Jeep as matching those from Santry's yard. The mismatched tires, 2 Falcons on front, 2 Michelins on back, could damage the vehicle's transmission, Santry testified. Emmy's cross-examination revealed that Santry had multiple prior arrests for theft, forgery, and impersonating a notary. "So, you deceive people?" Emmy asked, at which point Santry acknowledged his criminal history but said he no longer engages in those activities. Emmy also challenged Santry's tire and mechanical expertise, leading to extended questioning about whether mixing tire sizes could actually damage the vehicle. The evidence from the defendant's home. Crime scene technicians testified about the stark contrast between the pristine Byler home and Cranston's residence, which was described as run down and reeking of animal waste. The Nike shoes were found hidden under a mattress in a camper behind the house, along with evidence of recent fires and a yard burn pit. Under cross-examination, Emmy challenged the characterization of the shoe hiding spot as a secret compartment, with the officer acknowledging it was likely a factory-made storage area only accessible by removing the mattress in the small camper. The defense continues to challenge the evidence reliability. As the prosecution continued to build its case with a web of evidence spanning different types of testimony and forensic analysis, Emmy questioned the reliability of evidence and witness testimony throughout the day. He highlighted inconsistencies in witnesses' timing, challenged the DNA testing procedures, and questioned whether evidence could have been contaminated, and emphasized witness criminal histories. The trial, which started on Monday, is expected to last for several more days. Again, if convicted on all charges, Cranston faces life imprisonment. And this update is provided by the CoreyJournal.com. As I receive any further information or updates from the sources that I've been in contact with, I will update them here on the channel or in a community post.